today's video, I'm going to take you through the basic Excel functions and formulas. We're going to cover and learn about the add, subtract, multiply, divide, sum, min, max, count, average, median, and if, CountIf, VLOOKUP, SumIf, and as a bonus, we're going to insert a pivot table and also insert a pivot chart. I'm going to leave the timestamps down in the description below, so feel free to fast forward to the timestamp of the formula or function that you're trying to learn. So let's get right into it. The first formula on the list is the add function. I'm going to enter an equal sign, open parentheses, and you can do this a couple different ways. The first way, I'm going to type the actual cell number and reference, which in this case is B2, plus sign, D2, plus sign, D2. Close parentheses, hit enter. That's going to give me 30. Now, a faster way to do this is to just type the equals, open parentheses, click the actual cell, hit the plus, click the next cell, hit the plus, click the last cell, and then close the parenthesis, and then hit enter. Now for subtract, I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to type the equal sign, open parentheses. We're going to subtract. I'm going to start with B3, and then we're going to type minus C3, close parentheses, and hit enter. That's going to give you 248. Now for multiplying, same way, we're going to hit the equal sign and the open parentheses. We're going to type or click cell B4, and we're not going to do the typical multiplication X. We are going to use the asterisk key, and then click on cell C4, and then close parentheses, and then hit enter. Now for divide, we're going to hit the equal sign, open parentheses. We're going to click cell number B5, and we're going to do the forward slash for division. And then we're going to click cell C5, close parentheses, hit enter. Now for sum, we're just going to type equals sum, open parentheses. And we're going to click and highlight the entire range from cell B2 all the way down to D5. And we are going to hit close parentheses and hit enter. Now for the minimum, we're going to type equals min, open parentheses. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to click and highlight from the range of B2 all the way down to D5. We're going to close the parentheses out and hit the enter key. That's going to give us a 5. Now for the max, we're going to type equals max, open parentheses. We're going to highlight the entire range again, B2 all the way to D5, close the parentheses and hit enter. So you can see our max is 1,000,000. Now for count, we're just going to type equals count, open parentheses. We're going to highlight the entire range. Now this is a total of, you can see 4 by 3, which is 12 total cells, but this is only going to calculate the number of cells that are actually populated with data. So we're going to close this parenthesis and hit enter. And as you can see, we only have data in 9 of the 12 cells, so the count returns a value of 9. For the average function, we're just going to type equals average, open parentheses. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to click the range and highlight from B2 all the way to D5. I'm going to close the parentheses and hit enter. So you can see the average value of all those cells is 112,116. For the median, we're going to type equals median, open parentheses, the same thing. We're going to click and highlight from B2 all the way to D5. And we will close the parentheses, hit enter. So the median value is 200. Now for and, this is a little different. For this, we're just going to type a random name here. And now we're going to type the formula out, equals. And we're going to click cell B13. And then we're just going to type the and sign. And then we're going to click cell C13 and hit enter. Now you can see it did do what we wanted, but it didn't insert the space there. So in order to get that space in there, you just simply click next to the and sign, insert the quotation marks, space, quotation marks, and then another and sign, and then hit enter, and there you go, you have your name now. Now for the if statement itself, we're going to type a conditional equals if open parentheses. And the logical test is going to be if this cell E13 equals, I'm going to type the value in with quotations, then make sure you put the comma, and then the value you want to insert if it's correct or true, we're going to make sure you put the quotation marks, and then now it put another comma in, and the value you want to insert in the cell if the formula is false. So you're going to put another quotation marks, type whatever you want, quotation marks, and then to close it out, you're just going to hit that parentheses and hit enter. So you can see the if statement, if cell E13 equals Joe Biden, then insert yay, if not, insert nay. So we can see that that did work, it did recognize that value. Now if we want to change it and see if the other way works as well, we can do Hunter Biden and it says nay. So it does work. Now for this next group of functions and formulas, we're going to use a separate tab here to show how this will work. So we have some new item sales detail on an additional tab here, and we're going to use the CountIf formula to figure out the total number of orders in our new item sales detail tab. And we're going to use this cell B18, which is our brand new item number, as the reference point. So for this cell, this formula, we're going to type equals CountIf, open parentheses. The range that we're going to scan is on this other tab. So we're going to do the entire column C. So we're going to click on the top. Then we are going to put a comma. We're going to return back to the main tab. And this is the value that we're trying to match, Hippo 2024. We're going to close the parentheses and hit enter. So as you can see, we have 404 records with Hippo 2024. So let's just double check that. We're going to start here at C2, Control Shift down arrow. And you can see at the bottom, we do count indeed 404 records. Now for VLOOKUP, we're not going to do anything too in-depth with that, but we are going to show you how that formula works. So we're going to click in cell E22 and we're going to enter equals VLOOKUP, open parentheses. And we are going to, the cell we are going to reference is B18, comma, we're going to go to new item sales detail. We're going to scan column C and D to try to return the item description. So since we're going over two columns, we have both C and D highlighted. We're going to put a comma. We're going to enter the number 2 because we're returning the value from the second column. And we're going to type false for exact match. We're going to close the parentheses and hit enter. As you can see, it took this item code, it referenced this tab, it looked at column C, and returned the value next to it on column D, which was the item description we wanted populated. Now for this SumIf, we're going to try to calculate the total quantity sold on these 404 different orders. The way we're going to calculate that, we're going to type in equals SumIf, open parentheses. Now you can see it's suggesting the range. So we're going to highlight the range will be C. And then where we're going to match is our brand new item number in cell B18. So we're going to click that. We're going to put a comma, and then we're going to go back because it's looking for the sum range now in the formula, which is column E. So we're going to highlight the entire column E, and we're going to close parentheses and hit the enter key. And so you can see we did in fact sell 1.3 million units of that brand new item, that really super cool and trendy hot new item that no one knows about yet. So now as a bonus feature, we are going to take this additional tab and turn it into a pivot table. So we're going to click anywhere in the table, hold the control key and hit A, and that's going to highlight the entire block of data. We're going to now click insert pivot table from table data range and click OK. Now we're going to try to look at the sales per month in terms of dollars. So the value is going to be total sales dollars. We're going to drop that right into the values section. And we're caring up right now about the ship date. So we're going to populate that in the row data. Now you can see Excel automatically filled in the months. So for this exercise, we're just going to leave that as it is. And now if we want to turn this into a pivot chart, we're going to simply click anywhere inside the pivot table, click insert, and let's go with a line chart. So as you can see, we are now showing a pivot chart that is tied to the pivot table, which is tied to the detail on the new item sales detail tab. So if you want to make this look nice, you can just right click, hide all field buttons on the chart. You can delete the title and you can delete the line on the right. And now you have a basic representation of your sales data. Now, if you got any value out of this video, please click the like button. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, please leave me a comment down below for any topic or subject or function or formula that you need help with, and we will add it to the list of videos that we're going to make.